Our next guest is an Emmy-winning actor from two of the funniest shows ever. He's worked with some of the funniest and most talented people ever. Now, though, he is working with his favorite person in the world, himself. He plays twin brothers in the Mysterious Benedict Society.
There's rules, and then there's, rules.
Which are tools for you fools.
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Benedict. Mr. Benedict. Mr.
No, I would not use this one.
Oh, he likes it. No, he's like, sorry.
How long was I out?
Your seconds.
Just like. Well, here's a helpful fact. I have type 1 narcolepsy with cataplexy. Quite severely, I might add.
The Mysterious Benedict Society premieres a week from tomorrow on Disney+. Please welcome Tony Hale. Tony, you look very well, too. Boy,
that's nice. You look
I
very
feel like
nice.
everybody looks good except for me. How are things going?
That's not true. A.
Thank you. I was fishing, to be honest with you.
How are you?
Yeah.
You look amazing.
Yeah, I didn't get what I was hoping for out of Dax, so I thought maybe you'd
I know.
have something for me. But no, you do look great,
Thank
thank
you
you
very
for being here. The last time you were our
Yes.
officially our last guest before COVID
Yes.
hit us and sent everybody home.
Yeah, and I will say, like, that, me being here, because I remember everything was kind of going chaotic and everything was really uncertain. Being here was kind of a constant. It was like, well, at least this is still going on. So I think it was a real gift. Like, it was a real emotional gift to a lot of people to be like, all right, well, at least Kimmel is still kind of staying steady.
And then and then we were gone.
And then you were gone for a
I
little
think
bit.
we all thought it would be like 2 or 3 weeks, and
Yeah,
then we'd
and
be
actually, I
back.
tried, when I came out, because when I tried to shake Pete's hand, he
Mayor
did,
Pete was the host that
yes,
night.
Pete, yeah, and I went for the hand, and then he went for this. And that's when I was like, oh, times are changing. Times
yeah.
are changing. Yeah.
I was out getting my eyebrows threaded that
Oh,
night.
wow.
Yeah,
That's so
yeah.
weird.
Yeah, that's right.
During COVID? That's okay, great.
Are you doing anything special for Father's Day this week?
Well, we're gonna visit some family in North Carolina. I'm gonna hang out with my family at the lake, and it'll be really nice.
Nice. Now, I mentioned this because a few years ago on Mother's Day, we asked celebrities to read texts from their moms.
Huge celebrities.
Real texts from their moms. You read one of the more interesting texts for sure. Let's play that if we
Okay.
can.
Wow, look at this. Hey, son, our new friends are loving Arrested Development. We still don't get it. Happy Mother's Day.
And I wanted to ask you if that is true, if that really is.
My parents think Arrested is dumb. They to this day, they think it's a stupid show. And I'm not kidding. The only episode they thought was funny was when Martin Short was on. He was like, well, he's funny.
Oh, he is funny, yeah.
That guy's funny. They just think it's a stupid show to this day.
What about Veep? What do they think of Veep?
My dad always has notes.
Oh, really?
You know, yeah,
Great.
he said, they call me Anthony, and they're like, well, Anthony, you're being a little mean. You're being a little mean, so you might want to tone it back. And so each episode, he'd be like, this line was crossing the line a little bit. I'm like, well, Dad, I can't, like...
Not only that, I cannot think of one situation in which your character was mean on Veep.
No, just the whole show.
Oh,
He
show.
had notes on every character.
Oh, really? Oh.
He's like...
Did you pass those along?
I wanted to, but it was just... He was like, you need to tone it down.
But your parents were like, weren't they at the Emmys with you a couple
They
years ago?
were. And
Yeah.
by the way, my parents are very, very, very supportive. But my...
Sounds like it.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But my dad, I remember, okay, so my mom and my dad came, and my mom and my wife were getting ready. My dad and I were waiting in our tuxes to go to the Emmys. And my dad said to me, he goes, hey, they call me Anthony. They said, Anthony, do you think this is gonna help your career? And I said, I think I've peaked. I don't know if it can get better, Dad.
Hadn't you already won a couple of Emmys before that?
I know, which was really, and bless his heart, he just wasn't thinking. He was like, I don't know, is this really gonna make a step for
What
the
does your
career?
dad do for a living?
He was in IT in Florida. He's actually, my dad was a colonel in the Army, and then he retired, and then he started working for the state of Florida.
So there's
He's
no
a
nonsense
wonderful
for
man,
him.
by
He's
the way.
a no-nonsense guy, I'm
He's
guessing.
no nonsense, but he was just
Yeah.
like, I don't know, is this gonna help you in your career? And I was like, well, I really don't know if it can get better. I think we might be going down, Dad.
Your daughter is a teenager. How old
Yeah,
is she?
she's 15.
She's 15 years old. Is she An admirer of your work?
Yeah, I mean, she's pretty, I don't know if your kids, she's pretty embarrassed by me right now. Like, everything I embarrass her. But we started to kind of watch Arrested Development a little bit.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yeah. However, I will say, there's scenes like Jessica Walter, who recently passed, who played Lucille Bluth. One of my favorite scenes, but at the same time showing my daughter, there's a scene where she's on house arrest and she can't smoke. And so I play Buster, her son. She blows the smoke in my mouth.
Normal.
And then I inhale the smoke from her mouth and then blow it out on the balcony. Mm-hmm. It is the most dysfunctional, codependent relationship. And there's a part of me that's like, do I really want my daughter watching me, like, inhale smoke from a woman and then go out to the balcony? I mean, it's funny, but it was things like that, you're like, I don't know.
Is she funny too, your daughter?
She's very funny.
Yeah.
She said, it was like the other day, I was singing in the car, and she said, Dad, do you think you have a good voice? And I said, not really. And she goes, well, at least you're aware of it. I was like, pretty good. It's pretty good.
You play twins in this show.
I do. Yeah.
One is bad, one is good.
One is bad, one is good. Well, I think one is good and one is misunderstood.
I see.
Yes.
And did you, when you're playing twins, like when you will read for something like this, and
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, maybe you just get offered the job, maybe you want to see if it works for you. Do you do both parts?
They were very kind to bring the job to me, which was
Right, because of all those Emmys. So your dad, now the answer to your dad is, yes,
Exactly.
Dad, it will help tremendously.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get a conversation tonight after this.
Out at the lake.
Oh my God. Yeah, exactly.
You might suddenly feel a hard push.
Exactly. But like, it was a great challenge. It was one of those things with anything you start, you're like, it's daunting. But the cool thing is, I was very excited. I was very excited about playing twins. But then COVID hit, and doing the show kind of became a bigger deal to me because the show takes place where there's this global crisis, and I play Mr. Benedict, who send these 4 kids out to kind of help find the cause. And these kids, they don't have magical powers, but their superpowers are their intellect, their creativity, and their empathy.
Like the Trump administration.
Like the Trump administration.
Right.
Donald Trump Exhibit A. And it's just like, after the year we've had, those are superpowers. Like that, with all the noise, those are the voices that rise to the top. So,
But it still would be awesome to be able to fly or something like that.
that's, actually, funny you say that. My daughter went bungee jumping last Sunday, this past Sunday, and I took her. I did not do it, but I watched.
Oh, my
I have
God.
a terrible fear
That sounds
of
like the
heights.
worst thing you'd ever have to
It
witness.
was so scary. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna watch my daughter fall to her death, and I'm gonna get it on video. But she did it.
She's okay.
Anyways, all that to say, I have a terrible
She
fear of
came
heights.
back up?
I know, she came back up. She
That's
bounced
good.
back up, yeah.
And you also have a movie called 9 Days that's
9
coming
Days,
out
yeah.
that had fantastic reviews.
Yeah, it's a beautiful film directed by Ed Sonoda, and it talks, Winston Duke is in it. He plays
the
lead, and he's deciding on these 5 souls, which of them get to live, and I play one of the 5 souls.
Well, good luck. I hope you get to live.
Thank you. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you.
The Mysterious Benedict Society premieres a week from tomorrow on Disney+. Tony Hale, everybody. We'll be back with Sweetie. If you like that video, then put a ring on it. Click the subscribe button below.